There's many ways to monetize on YouTube ads. There's affiliate programs. So maybe you don't want to sell your course. Maybe you want to sell someone else's course. You can still make a lot of money doing affiliate products for someone else, so that is a strategy. And it's very similar to what you would do if you were building your own course. I have a few affiliates that I work with, and you want to send traffic over to those and you can make sales. There's Amazon affiliates. There's many ways to monetize on YouTube. But in my personal experience, I found that having courses was definitely the most lucrative for me as a service provider and a teacher. My first course was horrible. Not in terms of it was horrible. The content was good, but I had to record everything myself. I had to edit everything myself. It was very time consuming because there was a large learning curve. But I did it, and it was something that I did. I kept it on a small scale. I have a very large guitar course right now. I have the YouTube course, which is pretty large. But even with the YouTube course, I started with a mini course, which was just a few lessons to give people a win, and that's what I recommend people start with. Start with a smaller course, because the thing is, when you're building a business, especially if you're new to business, you may not know what your audience wants. So you go and you build out this entire ginormous course, and nobody wants it because there's no market for it. So, I'm out there putting out a bunch of content, and I'm okay, this is going somewhere. I'm starting to see some growth here. And just being a business-oriented person, I had already grown out my music schools, and I wasn't new to online business stuff. I had done stuff many moons ago, and I knew that I had to have some kind of product. I'm all right, I need something to sell people. I think everyone is so scared to sell themselves or to put something out there because we're afraid of what people are going to say or what people are going to think. I'm I just need a product. I'm if I can just sell a product for $50, $47, and I can get people to buy it, it will at least make this kind of worth me doing. Because I think that's where a lot of people who start on the YouTube journey get stuck. Because like I said, you're so concentrated on those YouTube ads, and it's not a piece of cake to build a YouTube channel. It takes time, it takes consistency, it takes commitment and a lot of effort. And you're not seeing a lot of reward for that effort, particularly in the first 1 to 2 years. Usually everyone gives up on YouTube before they hit their first year because it's just such a grueling process for a lot of people. I think that's a huge mistake. And what will give you the reward is to, hey, even if I've only got a couple hundred subscribers, at least I have something I can sell them for $50, for $20. Don't be afraid to have a product that people can buy, because you can start making money right from the get-go. And that's what I emphasize in my course. Don't wait till you have 100,000 subscribers to start selling a course. Just start selling something right away so you have something to offer, so that when you see that first sale come in, I remember when I made my first sale, I was jumping up and down for joy. I'm I did it. This works. This is exciting. Those are motivating points for people, particularly for content creators. Why am I doing this? Well, I just made a sale. Okay, that was worth it. If you think making the course is time consuming, building out all these funnels and these email sequences and these email chains and putting together a sales page and writing good copy, there is an art to copywriting. And I've paid people to do copywriting for me because that's just not my thing. Okay, there is an art to copywriting. So my recommendation would be, if you could outsource that, do that. Okay, and my good friends over at CourseCREEK help me out with a lot of my email sequencing in my guitar courses. It's at some point you can't do everything. You are not an expert in everything, and if you're not someone who's very tech savvy, and if that's part of what's holding you up or hanging you up about doing a course, just outsource someone else to go and build out your course module. They do it once for you. Again, we're talking about spending money once to make money for years and years and years. Because once that stuff's set up, it becomes automated, and that stuff does run on its own. So that would be my recommendation. Find someone who's good at doing these system setups, these course setups. Outsource the work as much as possible. This way you can focus on the content. You can focus on getting the work done, because that's what happens to people. They just get so overwhelmed by the sheer amount of work it takes to be successful on YouTube, to be successful at building an online course that works. They get really burnt out because they're trying to wear all the hats and do everything. So my recommendation would be, invest in having someone else get that stuff done for you so that you can just focus on getting the business going. Think about it this way. You do something on your own, particularly when we're talking about copywriting. If you don't know how to write copy, you definitely should hire someone to write copy for you. Think of you write a sales page. It's a crappy sales page. It converts at like 0.5%. You pay someone some money to write a sales page that converts at 4%, 3%, 2%.
Yeah.
You're gonna sell 4 times as many courses just spending a little money and having someone write good sales copy for you. That was probably one of the biggest regrets I have, was just having like this really dinky short sales. Again, I didn't know what I was doing. I was learning as I was going. Later down the road, I spent some money to have a copywriter write a sales page for me. And I was like, holy crap, it was so good. I mean, it's a good sales page. And I was just like, I probably lost hundreds of thousands of dollars by just trying to write the copy myself.